All right, let's talk about something you probably use every single day but have never, ever really thought about. The coat hanger. I mean, seriously, it's right there, every morning. It's this simple, quiet little tool that, well, literally holds our entire wardrobe together.
Because there's this whole hidden world of design, function, and even a few wild secrets packed into that simple shape, and we're going to get into it.
Okay, so to really understand this, we have to start with the icon itself, the one we all know, and let's be honest, probably don't love, that basic wire hanger from the dry cleaner.
Look, it's cheap and it does the job for a little while. But the downsides, they're huge. That thin wire is exactly why you get those weird pointy shoulder bumps on your sweaters. It bends under anything heavy, like a winter coat, and if it gets even a little bit damp, it can leave actual rust stains on your clothes. Really, you should only think of these for temporary use.
So it's pretty clear we need an upgrade. And what's so interesting is how this one small change can totally transform how you care for your clothes. Moving on from wire hangers is probably the easiest, cheapest way to protect the investment you've already made in your wardrobe.
And just look at the lifespan. A basic plastic hanger? It might get brittle and snap in less than a decade. But a good wooden hanger? We're talking a lifespan of 30 years or more. This isn't just about how your closet looks today. It's about making sure your clothes last for decades to come.
So, what are the best upgrades? Well, plastic is a common step up. It's versatile, it won't rust, but it can still be a little flimsy. The real game changers are the hangers designed for specific jobs. A solid wooden hanger gives you the strength and shape you need to support a heavy jacket properly. And for those delicate things, a velvet-coated hanger is amazing. It has a non-slip surface that grabs onto silky tops or dresses with thin straps that would otherwise just end up on the closet floor.
But you know what? We're just scratching the surface here. Because once you get past the basics, the world of hangers gets incredibly specialized. There is a unique design for pretty much any piece of clothing you can imagine. This is where it gets really cool. You've got these heavy-duty hangers that are perfectly contoured to the shape of a suit jacket's shoulders. You've got hangers with clips to hang pants and skirts so you don't get that big fold crease in the middle. There are even cedar hangers, which have the awesome side benefit of naturally keeping moths away. It's all about using the right tool for the job.
But the secret life of a hanger isn't always in the closet. Sometimes its most famous role has absolutely nothing to do with clothes at all.
You know the scene. It's in every movie, right? The hero gets locked out of their car, grabs a wire hanger, and poof, they're inside in seconds. But is that real? Is there any truth to it?
Okay, before we go any further, let's get one thing absolutely straight. This is not a party trick. Doing this on a car that isn't yours is, illegal. This is a technique for a true, last resort emergency, and the safest, smartest, best option is always to just call a professional locksmith.
So, with that very important disclaimer out of the way, let's break this down. Myth versus reality. How did this trick even work in the first place? And more importantly, why is it pretty much useless today?
The whole theory was based on really simple mechanics. First, you'd carefully create a small gap in the door. Then, you'd slide in a straightened-out hanger and use that hook at the end to fish around for the vertical lock rod inside the door, and literally just pull it up. And here's why that trick is basically a thing of the past. Older cars had these simple, easy-to-reach mechanical lock rods that you could actually get to. But modern cars, they use complex electronic systems. There's no simple rod to pull up, and all the internal parts are shielded and protected. So even if you could get a wire in there, there's nothing to grab onto that would actually unlock the door.
So, let's bring it all back from that emergency car scenario to our everyday closets. Now that we know all this, how do you make sure you're using the right hanger for the right garment every single time?
Well, here's the simple cheat sheet. For that heavy winter coat, you need a strong wooden hanger that won't bend under the weight. For your delicate dresses and tops, velvet-coated is the best way to prevent snags and stop them from slipping off. And to avoid that awkward crease you get from folding pants over a regular hanger, just use a clip hanger. It's a really simple system, but it makes a huge difference.
At the end of the day, it really comes down to this. You spend good money on your clothes, and they spend most of their lives hanging in a closet. So the real question is, are your hangers helping or hurting that investment? Maybe it's time to take a quick look in your own closet. Thanks for tuning in.